everybody. Welcome back. Sorry, too much energy off rip. No. Anyways, today we're gonna be reacting to Sentry versus Superboy Prime. Before the fight even starts, I think Superboy Prime can thug this out. Unless Sentry, because I'm gonna assume that's what this is. Unless Sentry puts him in the nightmare world, or not the nightmare world, unless Sentry wraps him in whatever all of the new Avengers, the Thunderbolts were in the Thunderbolts, the movie, where the Void was just and they were gone. Wherever that world is, I think that's where they're fighting right now. Are they just gonna do off rip? Hold on, how long is this video? Are they just gonna do off rip 24-minute animation? Well, no, they'll probably explain. I don't know. But yeah, let's get into it. Grab your popcorn, grab your snacks, and enjoy the show, ladies. I'll see you in the back. No? Alright. Let's get into it, boys and ladies. Oh, shoot. Off rip.
Sentry versus Superboy Prime.
These two dark supermen prove that sometimes absolute power corrupts absolutely.
He's whiz.
Well, I mean, Sentry's not exactly an evil Superman. He's an evil Superman, but he's not. Anyway.
I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Death battle. So funny.
One superhero stands alone.
Brother, what is this suit? Who played this guy?
At the peak of Marvel Comics, he's a brilliant scientist and friend to all, the Golden Guardian of Good, the Sentry.
Which makes it all the more mysterious.
Yo, bro, didn't he get his powers from, someone overdosing on him? Sir, I wouldn't say he's the smartest shelf on
When all of humanity forgot about him, as though he never existed in the first place.
What if the reason we forgot Sentry is that he wanted to be forgotten?
To save us from himself.
As the story goes, Robbie Reynolds was just your average, ordinary high school teen until the day he accidentally drank this super soldier serum.
At that moment, Robbie was imbued with the power.
That's what I'm saying. Didn't he, just get his powers from straight up just drugs?
Of a million exploding suns, becoming one of the strongest superheroes in existence.
That's gotta be one hell of a bowel movement.
I don't know about strongest superhero in existence.
And what better way to use his new powers than to become a sentry to all mankind?
Oh
In a
wow,
never-ending
real clever what she did there. A century. Get it? Alright, I'm gonna stop pausing.
Crusade against his devious arch nemesis.
People have lots of opinions when it comes to our bodies,
Yo, bro,
our shapes,
what
how
even is this ad for?
we dress, even our birth control.
Time out.
Bro, that's
The
late.
Void.
He's got all your classic, I can't believe he's not Kryptonian superpowers, like super strength, speed, durability,
The Voids is no.
and flight.
He can spot you from miles away, or even hear a butterfly sneeze from across the planet.
Do butterflies sneeze?
No!
Well, Sentry cells absorb and process the sun's rays, and if he wants to, he can fire that solar energy right back at you in a power.
What it should. Absolute should he's fighting.
Powerful laser, or bend light away to turn invisible, or use it to make force fields.
Really, the Sentry can draw power from anywhere and everywhere. When he was forcibly shrunk down to subatomic size, he started pulling energy from the microverse instead. If, despite being microscopic, his punches were strong enough to destroy planets, even while holding back.
Sentry can teleport, communicate telepathically.
Hey, here's the real question. Hey, all my power scalers, I'm about to crack a real funny joke for you all. Can he beat Goku though?
and even read and mess with minds.
He's also a genius with a super brain comparable to Tony Stark and Reed Richards. He's even built his own watchtower with an advanced AI that is constantly monitoring the planet for threats.
Jesus Christ, he's like the Avengers all in one. Why do there even need to be any other superheroes?
Indeed.
Oh
the
yeah,
Sentry-
bro, I remember that, bro, when he was wrapping everybody up. Like, when I say he was wrapping everybody up in there, he was wrapping everybody up in there. Nobody expected. That man walked down with so much aura. And I said, boom, 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 boom. And then he just proceeded to wrap up all the event, like all the Thunderbolts, bro. The Thunderbolts. Like Bucky, bro. He wrapped up Bucky. Red Guardian, Black Widow's emo sister, that's from Russia. I think, who else did he wrap up? That's pretty much it.
is more than strong enough to take on Marvel's heaviest hitters, like his famous battle with the Green Scar Hulk, where Black Bolt, Iron Man, and Doctor Strange failed. The Sentry was the only one who Black Bolt, Iron Man.
Oh yeah, bro.
And his famous battle with the Green Scar Hulk, where
Bro. World War Hulk, bro. I watched a breakdown and someone read the comic like a couple weeks ago. This man deserved to crash out, bro. That's the most deserved crash out I've ever seen. I mean, like, yeah, he shouldn't have done to the extent that he did, but what I would have done is I would have fully made them experience what Hulk experienced. Like, what I would have done was if I was Hulk, I would have done something. Like, I wouldn't have done something to the whole planet. I would have just done something to the Avengers. Like, I know he warned them and they evacuated it, but I would have done something where I would as soon as I found out, I wouldn't even come to the planet first. I would be planning it. I would say, I'm gonna knock out all the Avengers and I'm gonna send them on rocket ships to all these different planets. They're gonna have to fend for themselves. They're gonna have to eat. They're gonna have to eat for themselves. Then they're gonna be treated like royalty by their kingdom. They're gonna get a wife, maybe get some kids, if you know what I'm saying. And then I would have been I bet. You know that rocket ship too? There were atomic bombs on all those rocket ships, all of them. I'm gonna explode the rocket ships. The whole planet's gonna be wiped out. Yeah, they gonna come back so angry. I'm gonna be yeah, but y'all can't stop me, cause while they be gone, I'm gonna get y'all know the whole army Hulk had that survived the bomb and all that. I'm gonna be training them, bro. I'm gonna be training them here, everywhere, bro. It's gonna be over when they come back. The Avengers finna come back, and I'm finna be I bet. Say less. What you finna do? Wait, you trying to throw hands? I'm gonna knock out all of them. Ba 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 ba. Kapow. If I were the Hulk, not no regular.
Bolt, Iron Man, and Doctor Strange failed. The Sentry.
Oh yeah, bro. Doctor Strange. Hey, besides the Sentry, obviously, Doctor Strange put up the most fight in that
one who stood against the Hulk's full power.
He's also battled Thor, who collapsed an infinite number of timelines into one by clashing with another Thor.
The Sentry is incredibly fast, too. He can bend space and speed blitz Ares, who can move within Planck time, the smallest unit of time possible in our universe.
He's stated to be as fast as the Heralds of Galactus.
Goodness, bro. Yo, the Heralds of Galactus, y'all realize that includes the Silver Surfer? Oh yeah, also, bro, the Silver Surfer being a Herald of Galactus. By the way, in the movie, where she like says something and then like turns and like gets Johnny off. I don't understand what like they could have done that and it would have been 10 times cooler if it was like original Silver Surfer. Like I'm not saying the gender swap wasn't cool. Like female Silver Surfer was female Silver Surfer. Goodness, my essence. But if you know what I mean. But like if we had like this, because I'm assuming this is Silver Surfer. If we had like this version of Silver Surfer, and he said like, because what she said was like buns too. She made a buns line. If Silver Surfer were there, the original, and he would have said something like count like. And he would have said something because I forgot what she said. She said something like "enjoy your time while you have it" or something like that. If Silver Surfer were to be like came there, warned them, and then got Johnny on his board, flipped him off, and was like flipped him off and was like, and said something like, I don't know, like if he said something like, don't need, like if he got flipped off his board and if like he flipped Johnny off his board, sorry, I'm starting. If he flipped Johnny off his board and said something like, don't save your energy to run from your inevitable fate, death. That would have been so cold, bro. But no, they gender swapped them.
The Silver Surfer, who once outraced the multiverse blowing up. This surfer flew so fast he went back in time. So you'd think Sentry would be able to handle some punk in a trench coat.
But it wasn't so simple. The void was everywhere that the sentry wasn't.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love. What's with all the hands?
I'm getting a hand from LegalZoom.
Why? There's so many smart influencers who give advice.
If Sentry saved people from a burning building, Void would crash an airplane. If Sentry healed a person's broken back, Void would give someone else cancer. What an asshole!
For every good act the sentry performs, the void commits an evil one. Because the truth was, the sentry and the void were one and the same.
Bum, bum, plot twist. Turns out Sentry's whole origin story was a lie. Robbie Reynolds wasn't a 60s high schooler beating up bullies like some Jack Kirby comic.
In reality, Bob Reynolds was a schizophrenic meth addict who drank the sentry serum just to get high. And the void was, in reality, a malevolent godlike entity bonded to Bob that was the literal angel of death.
Yes, from the Bible, with Moses and the Pharaoh and the dead firstborn.
Bro, why, bro, I feel bad for my boy Bob, bro. I mean, not my boy, but, I feel bad, well, my boy, yeah, my boy. I feel bad for my boy Bob, bro. He got random powers he didn't ask for, and then, on top of that, he got, this demon talking to him 24/7, probably just being like, yo, let me control your body real quick, my boy. Trap you in this, realm where, all your biggest fears, yeah, that's me right here.
That's him, apparently.
And this being manifests as the dark side of Bob's shattered psyche, a villainous alter ego with all of his power. Too much power for any one man to handle. The only way to destroy the void was to also destroy the sentry.
So Bob did something crazy. With help from Reed's tech, he used his own psychic powers to erase himself from everyone's past, present, and future, including his own.
Warping the perception of reality of every single person on the planet. They would no longer remember him or even recognize anything remotely related to him. A picture of the sentry would still technically exist, but in your mind's eye, including Bob's, it isn't there.
Great. Everyone knows repressing your problems always makes them better.
But Bob's memories eventually clawed their way back, in part thanks to Norman Osborn, the Green Goblin, and his desire to somehow control the void. So,
the Green Goblin is one of... Sorry. The Green Goblin... The Green Goblin is one of like the toughest like villains in my opinion, bro. No, because you really got to think about it from like the perspective of like if you were like truly like let me explain it this way, bro. The Green Goblin has done so many bad things to Spider-Man. That's not what makes him tough. I'm not saying that. What makes him tough is the fact that the things that he does to Spider-Man, he always has like either no reason or all reason. Like it's like there's no middle ground. Like someone could hire him, yes, but like most of the things that have been done to Spider-Man, he does it himself because he wants to. Like normally villains, Spider-Man's villains get hired by somebody or they're robbing a bank and that's how he runs into them. Green Goblin will like casually just kill Mary Jane or Gwen Stacy. She actually did kill Gwen and like have no like remorse or anything. Like he just don't care. He does that himself. He didn't get hired for nothing. Anyways.
Norman had the Thunderbolts murder Bob's wife Lindy in order to release, you know, the Angel of Death.
Yeah, try controlling the kind of guy who can throw hands with Molecule Man, who somehow is one of the strongest beings in all of Marvel. At his peak, he's got almost complete control over the multiverse. So yeah, good luck with that one, Norm.
Molecule Man was another mentally unstable god whose power fluctuates based on their self-confidence. In a way, a sort of kindred spirit to Bob.
It was then that Bob discovered the true source of his own powers, his own control over molecules. Yeah, you can do that too.
This Sentry can create and destroy matter on a whim, able to rip you apart at the molecular level, or conjure an entire new reality from scratch, all with just a wave of his hand, like Dr. Manhattan.
He can also regenerate his body from any kind of damage, like being burnt to a skeleton or getting Dr. Manhattan himself.
As long as one single solitary atom remains, the Sentry is unkillable.
And Void's got all of this and more, except he doesn't hold back.
Bruh, it might actually be GG's for Superboy Prime. Did that boy just say he can heal or he can like completely like regrow from one molecule? He ain't like Cassell, I think like I didn't watch the Neo Metal Sonic Death Battle, but I'm pretty sure like Cell has something like that where he can like grow like as long as like he has like cells to repopulate. I think he has to like rebirth though. Or he has to like regrow or something like that. But I'm pretty sure like Cell can grow from like a couple cells. Maybe we should watch the death battle between Neo Metal Sonic and Actually, I don't remember if I watched it or not, bro.
He can shapeshift, create hurricanes, trap you in darkness, possess your body, and devour your soul.
With his infinitandrels, the Void takes control of a victim's mind and tortures them with the memories of past traumas and nightmares.
He killed Loki. He wrecked Asgard. The Avengers, the Fantastic Four, the Inhumans, and the X-Men teaming up all at once could barely handle him. Void is one of the biggest bads in Marvel. Great fucking job, Norm. I'm something of a moron myself.
The only way forward, the only way for Bob to save everyone, including himself, was to do something he never imagined. Let the Void in.
By refusing to repress his darker half anymore, Sentry and Void merged and became stronger than the sum of their parts.
One being, now free to finally live his life without the crushing weight of self-hatred and fear.
Maybe, but this is the Void we're talking about. What if Bob just has a new puppet master who's only letting him think he's in control?
As long as the Void exists, it's just another revolution in that same endless cycle. It remains to be seen whether even death itself can break that wheel.
He'll be back. Sentry is gone, but not forgotten. He'll never be forgotten again.
Welcome to Strikers Know Best.
Dang, that was a good first part. He'll never be forgotten again.
So what's your take on that? People are saying that Mbappe needs to pass the ball more.
Well, I think
Oh No, he doesn't.
Do you believe a man can fly?
Yeah, Wiz, but in the pages of DC Comics, everyone in their irradiated six-dimensional gorilla mother can do it.
Well, what about in the real world? Not Earth 1 or Earth 2, but our own Earth. Earth Prime.
The Earth of you, me, and Clark Kent, a totally normal boy from New England who just happened
Oh, he's 19.
to share a name with that comic book character.
Mere coincidence.
Bro, like, I would be so hyped, bro. Like, I would be like, wait, why not me? Like, why not me? Like, or, like, if I weren't Superboy Prime and I knew that someone got, like, Superboy Prime's powers, I would be like, why not me? If I were Superboy Prime, bro, I wouldn't done half the stuff that Superboy Prime did if I were him, bro.
Is until the day Clark took a leap of faith and believed he could fly.
And he did! Surprise, surprise, Clark was actually from the planet Krypton, which apparently exists in our universe now? Anyway, the real Superman, the one from all those comics he loved, showed up just in time to get...
Bro, here's the thing, bro. They should have made Superman... Like, they kind of did. Like, I can kind of see it. But if someone a bit, like... If someone who had, like, a bit more, like, visual, like, if someone who had, like, a bit more, like, telling things apart, bro, he would not be able to tell Superboy Prime from Superman. I think that's kind of the point, though. So you can't tell them apart.
Give him the skinny on being Superboy. Wait, he could have chosen me! I believe I can fly!
Lucy, don't jump off the... Oh. Clark had all your classic Kryptonian powers. Flight, heat vision, microscopic and telescopic sight, Arctic breath. It was the dream that every little boy had had, finally
See, like, this image, I can tell, like, that's clearly Superboy and that's clearly Superman.
become true.
Oh, ow. Just in time for his universe, our universe, to be annihilated literally 1 month later in DC Comics Armageddon, the Crisis on Infinite Earths. Wiz, we're canonically dead since 1986, apparently.
With everyone he knew and loved gone, Clark took shelter in a pocket dimension with other cosmic refugees. Now an anachronism in DC's new, rebooted, post-crisis continuity, Clark was forced to watch as the comics landscape changed before his eyes. As stories became darker and morally complex, as heroes failed to be the paragons of good he saw them as in his childhood.
As someone else got to be Superboy.
Some people can't stand change, can't stand to see a world that doesn't look the way it did
Oh
when
yeah,
they
I
were.
forgot, bro. Superboy's an expert, like, at breaking the fourth wall. Like, I don't even think Deadpool, like, Deadpool's kind of like Superboy. He's not a copy of anybody, but he's kind of like Superboy in terms of, like, breaking the fourth wall. Like, he can do it with whenever he wants. But, like, the thing is, like, Superboy Prime is, like, that guy, like, that fourth wall breaking guy, bro. He's just, like, all the time, he's just, like, there's a part in the comic where he's running and he says one of the writer's names and he's like, oh, I hope this specific writer doesn't get me. I forget the writer's name, but he says that. I was like, I gotta get out of here before, I think his name's like Tom Ford something. Yeah, Tom Ford or something. It's like, I gotta get out of here before Tom Ford's writing gets me. It's like, it's so funny, bro.
A child. The day needed to be saved by Superboy, the real Superboy, Superboy Prime.
So he did what any Superboy would do.
That's tough.
Punched really hard. He punched his way out of the dimension so hard, the shockwaves rippled through the
What's it called?
universe and retconned DC Comics.
I don't remember.
Superboy was back, and he was gonna fix comic books forever. Hell yeah!
No matter how many fake heroes got in his way.
Oh shit! Super Chud Prime isn't just your ordinary Kryptonian. Oh no, he's pre-crisis.
As in, from before the Crisis on Infinite Earths, a time when comics were a bit more comical.
When Superman could sneeze solar systems apart or tow a galaxy of planets behind him like it was nothing.
Or clash with another Kryptonian so hard, they generated enough power to restore an infinite number of timelines.
Get ready to hear that word a lot. My favorite is the time Superman flew so fast he broke the light barrier, the time barrier, and even the bonds of infinity. I wonder if these writers ever imagined this bullshit would feed nerd arguments for the next half century. Not that I'm complaining. That's how I get paid.
Prime would know he is a self-described power scaler's dream.
Huh. You think he's heard about us?
We can only hope not. As a Kryptonian with an ultra-dense molecular structure, he should also share many of the same resistances, like being transmuted to stone, having his atomic bonds weakened.
Hey, let me go get a. Hey, I'll be right back. Alright. I just made myself a glass of orange juice, bro. What's next? Do y'all got popcorn?
Or getting his energy drained. Kryptonians like Superman can withstand more esoteric attacks too. They can actively resist mental attacks by outthinking them, and their souls can resist being destroyed.
All thanks to Earth's good old yellow sun fueling his cells. And unlike that post-crisis super fraud who gets weaker without sunlight, Prime's got it covered.
With a suit of armor made from the corpse of the Anti-Monitor, which constantly feeds him solar energy. Literally wearing the pelt of the monster who destroyed his universe, just to be better and stronger than Superman.
Because that's what he thinks he is. Superman with better feats in scaling. Superman.
Ready? Let's go.
Yo, why he look like me for real? Don't he?
But real.
Superman, if he was a fucking idiot. Okay, sure, he has the same hyper-efficient brain that all Kryptonians have, but when it came to being a superhero, he was a violent, immature moron.
Exactly what you'd expect from a kid who never grew up and never learned to hold back. Instead of saving Earth's heroes, he started massacring them. And let's be real, there's a part of him that knows that editorial will just bring them all back eventually.
He's battled the Doom Patrol, Justice Society, Teen Titans, and 3 Flashes at once. He effortlessly murdered an alternate universe Justice League, and even killed his rival, Connor Kent, the new Superboy. Even as other Kryptonians grew in power to become comparable to their pre-crisis iterations, Prime still held an advantage because he never held back.
Like the time he tore apart the Monarch's armor, accidentally unleashing the Big Bang in his face, destroying the universe, and he was fine.
Or the time a Guardian of the Universe blew himself up in an attempt to stop Prime, blasting him into the multiverse atom by atom, and that only made Prime stronger.
Or the time he fought a potential future version of himself who became a god of time. And instead of teaming up, Prime stupidly attacked him and accidentally retconned themselves both out of existence.
Which sent him home, back to his original universe, our universe. Except now everyone he knew, his parents, his girlfriend Lori, had been reading his comics. They knew what he had become, and they were terrified.
Once again, forced to watch as his heroes progressed without him, he pored over comic after comic, learning everything about DC,
And a little bit of Marvel.
only to discover his worst possible nightmare.
Not only would he never get to be
Oh yeah, I remember that, bro. There was a comic where Superboy Prime, basically like Superboy Prime gives Superboy Prime basically like grabs Black Suit Spider-Man, by the way. Black Suit Spider-Man. Like flies up and just like takes him out of the comic. It was so funny. It was so funny. He does it so casually too. It's like when it's like in movies when people come and just like grab you and just like pull you away. Just start dragging you away. Bro, he like grabbed him, like brought him up with like while dangling him like over here. Black Shoes Spider-Man, by the way. Like kabooms the entire comic book and just like took him out, bro.
Superman, he wasn't even a super villain that people liked. Turns out, power levels aren't everything.
So, naturally, he flew to DC headquarters and attacked the people writing his own comic.
Like some infinitely recursive meta hell.
Prime had become a whiny, petulant, reactionary fanboy. Wiz, you think he's the guy posting on our Reddit?
And at the peak of his violent temper tantrum, he murdered the Golden Age Superman. The original Superman. Action Comics #1. The first superhero.
Instead of restoring DC's glorious past, Prime beat it to death. He needed to change.
And that opportunity came when this alternate universe Jokerized Batman.
Bro, him beating the Black Knight was so cool, bro. Let me put this in perspective how crazy it is he beat the Black Knight. The Darkest Knight, the Black Knight, bro, that's what I'm calling him because the Black Knight sound cooler. The Black Knight, bro, is like, he's something else, bro. Like, he, basically, the whole story of, like, the Black Knight is, like, Batman fueled on, like, Batman, if he got, like, basically a taste of, Joker serum, bro. Like, I think Joker dies. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Joker dies. He, like, but, like, in dying, he, like, Batman gets just, like, Joker gas in his, like, lungs, and he just becomes this killer, bro. Like, I remember he went back to the Batcave and he just killed everybody with guns. Bro, when he killed everybody with those guns, I was so surprised, bro. Because I was like, y'all have survived much worse than this. But yeah, he, like, did that. And then he went on, like, a spree across DC. And then he just became this, like, multiversal god level threat, bro. And then Prime took him out, bro. It's Prime song.
And who laughs threatened to destroy all of reality.
Prime was drafted to help save the day, and it turned out he was the only Superboy who could.
Remember that time Prime punched reality so hard he retconned DC Comics? Turns out that was no coincidence. Due to his repeated excursions across the multiverse, Prime became a space-time anomaly. And he slowly learned how to manipulate reality itself with his fists.
I guess you could call it his retcon punch!
At first, its effects were random, like bringing Jason Todd back to life or restoring Beast Boy's memories. But he started to use it to rewrite continuity to fix the evil universes of the Batman Who Laughs.
Giving them and all the characters inside of them happy endings. In a weird way, that's what Superman has always done, right? Punch the bad guys so hard he saves the day.
Prime can punch hard enough to enter the time stream.
That's kind of funny though. What's funny about what's funny about what's funny about like all the Supermen is like most of the Supermen except for Prime only are very basic, bro. Superman stories in general are like, bro, I ain't even...
Seemingly exit the comic medium entirely and even defeat the nigh omnipotent Darkest Knight.
Who was powerful enough to beat Perpetua, the goddess who created all of DC Comics, the whole shebang. And Prime hit the Darkest Knight so hard, he erased his entire evil multiverse.
A feat that no one actually saw happen. Prime's first true act of heroism was one that he did selflessly, and it was the first step toward becoming a true hero.
Bro, nobody cares about clean water. Or actually, no. Wait. Why did I do that? Yo, no laughing matter, actually. Hey, W, respect for all the people who don't have water who are getting water, bro. I thought they were just talking about like clean water, get your clean water or like get your water pipes fixed. I was like, bro, nobody cares. And then I saw the kids. I was like, wait.
There are better places to be hot.
What?
The kind of hero that Superman always secretly knew he could be. A hero who could someday get his own issue #1. A hero like, well, Superman.
Maybe one day Prime will truly believe in himself, just like he once believed he could fly.
That's horrible. That's tough.
All right, the battle's about to begin. But
It's time for a death battle.
first, pitch calls are back. Hey, I'm Ben, the voice of Wiz.
And I'm Chad, the voice of Boomstick, and we're reopening matchup pitches on the Death Battle store.
Wait. Oh, wait.
This is a way to meet with Chad and I, the creators of Death Battle, and pitch your favorite matchup to us via video call.
Yeah, a lot of episodes that are being made right now are because they were pitched. But to give each pitch the time it needs, there's a limited number available. So go pick them up right now before they're gone on deathbattle.gg.
That's our website. It's kind of like our own private Patreon with a bunch of extra stuff in every episode of Death Battle ever made.
And if you're a website member, you get first dibs. It'll first be available to Chronicler tier, then Archivist, and so on.
Every purchase directly supports the show. Oh, and members also get a big store discount.
All right, let's get to this battle. But don't forget to grab your pitch on deathbattle.gg.
Yeah, I got you. I have a really good pitch, bro. Hear me out. Here's my pitch. Here's my pitch. Just hear me out on this one, right? Alright? Listen to me very carefully, alright? And stick with me throughout the entire thing. Wolverine versus, hear me out on this one. Arts. I know. I'm probably, or no, why did I say Wolverine versus Art? Sorry, my bad. Sorry, scratch. I meant Halloween, bro. Sorry. I don't know why I just said Wolverine. Sorry. Came out of nowhere. Jason, like Jason versus Art. I think it would be a good matchup. Cause here's why, bro. Jason's like the town butcher, like the town killer. Art is a demon. I think Art got that in the bag. Black and white, my favorite colors.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for
for
a
a
death
death
battle!
Hey, he does that every time. I was holding my.
This city won't last much longer. Quit while you're behind.
Oh!
Where are they fighting?
This city won't last much longer.
I said they were gonna fight here. I said they were gonna fight in or no, I said they were gonna fight yeah, I said they were gonna fight in Metropolis, I think.
This city won't last much longer. Quit while you're behind, kid.
And mess up a superhero crossover? No way, dork. Onomatopoeia coming right up!
Wait, he trapped him in? I thought he just threw it at him. Dang.
We're dealing with someone who has the power of 1,000,000 exploding suns!
Big mistake, dipwad. It's prime time.
It's what?
Hey, W, bro, it's prime time. Sentry, bro. Yo, Superboy, you gotta lock in, bro.
Are you kidding me? Another Dark Superman fraud? Boring! It's cool when I do it.
He broke it, bro. He broke it.
Are you kidding me? Another Dark Superman fraud? Boring! It's cool when I do it.
The voice actor, I actually like the voice actor. Dang.
Please,
Stop hitting me.
He'll kill you.
I'll kill you. To death.
Bye, Bob.
Yo, did he just get his face ripped?
Bye, Bob. It's time to play God.
He said bye bye. That was scary. Rose collapsed for credits. Yes! Okay. W.
Okay, you weren't joking. Definitely a crisis level threat.
Oh,
Luckily,
that's where they're
someone.
fighting. I thought they were gonna fight in the Void's little thing.
My.
Run all you want! If Bob couldn't escape me.
What hope do you have, boy? Afraid of the Dark Clark? What kind of a hero are you?
Yeah, bro.
Remind me
Superboy,
again.
you might lose this, bro. No, not my goal. I still have faith in you, though. I still have faith in you, though, bro. W, Superboy. Come on, bro.
Whatever happened to Lori? It's over, Clark. There is no happy ending. Not for you. Not for me. Not for anyone else. In the void.
Is he shooting me?
Haven't you ever read a comic book, you big freaking nerd? There's always a happy ending.
Come on, bro. Yes, Superboy. Is that it?
Do you support Israel and the Jewish people? Now, more than ever, Israel needs committed for...
Oh, shoot, was it all just a dream?
You kept talking about the sentry. Bad dream?
No idea, Lindy. Best sleep I've had in years.
I'm recording.
Crisis averted.
I don't think I've ever seen someone beaten to death so wholesomely before.
Let's break this down into 3 chapters: their strength, intelligence, and powers.
As with any flying brick fight, the first question you gotta answer is, who's stronger?
Prime and Sentry are naturally 2 of the heaviest hitters in DC and Marvel, more than capable of matching and surpassing
Hey, W Mom cameo.
level opponents like Superman and Thor.
Who are both strong enough to create and destroy an infinite number of timelines with their clashes. Just absolute wacky bullshit like that.
So in order to pick a winner, we have to take a close look at the strongest beings they fought: Molecule Man and the Darkest Knight.
Sentry beat the crap out of Molecule Man, but remember, Eminem's power can fluctuate a lot, and when he fought Sentry, he wasn't at his full power, so we can only scale this so far.
But Prime overpowered the Darkest Knight after the Mad Bat had absorbed the powers of both Perpetua and, what do you know, Dr. Manhattan, both of which alone could threaten all of DC Comics.
And unlike with Molecule Man, there's nothing to suggest the Darkest Knight was holding back. In a straight brawl, Prime takes the edge in strength. But muscles aren't everything. Maybe Sentry could figure out a way around Prime's brawn with his intelligence.
While Prime does possess a super advanced Kryptonian
Nah, I would say Bob's got that in the bag. They did explain he's like a class-renowned scientist or whatever.
brain, he clearly does not use it to its full extent.
It's less that he's dumb and more that he's a teenager and has a habit of crashing out.
The Sentry, on the other hand, has been compared to Tony Stark and Reed Richards, some of the most intelligent people in all of Marvel Comics.
Sure, he mentally struggles with the whole Void thing, which sucks for him, but losing control to the Void only makes him more dangerous.
And as the Merge Sentry, he's operating at his peak, fully in control of his powers. In a test of wits and wills, the Sentry was the more intelligent.
But the main question in this matchup had to do with their batshit insane powers.
With the Sentry's ability to reshape molecular matter and warp perception of reality to such an incredible degree, his powers seem much more versatile than Prime's. Prime may be stronger, but heat vision, frost breath, and Kryptonian punches aren't going to do much in the long run against someone who can regenerate from a single atom.
But pre-crisis Kryptonians have actually resisted having their molecules torn apart before, and Prime should be no different, so it's not like Sentry was ever going to just Doc Manhattan him away.
Prime could still be worn down. Kryptonians have incredible stamina, but we know that sustained damage will eventually knock them out or kill them.
Unless Prime could find a way around Sentry's insane regeneration, he was toast.
Luckily for Prime, his ability to retcon away your history and mess with your whole timeline was actually something Sentry had no specific resistance to.
Not only that, it was something he's been affected by in the past.
Like the time the Scarlet Witch rewrote all of reality during House of M. Bob's continuity was rewritten like everyone else's.
Or the time Absorbing Man had the powers of a cosmic cube and warped Sentry's personal reality. Shit, Moonstone literally describes it as a reality punch.
Now, Sentry's psionic power could theoretically retcon himself from Prime's perception of reality. However, this feat required assistance from Reed Richards, and it's unlikely he could pull it off mid-fight.
Pre-crisis Kryptonians also resist a lot of mind manipulation anyway, so good luck trying.
Now, Prime hasn't always had the most perfect control over his retcon punch, so he might need more than one blow to finish the job.
But Prime was more than capable of powering through Void's scariest abilities.
Like having his soul eaten, or being cut off from sunlight. I guess that Edgelord solar armor came in handy after all.
In short, Prime could resist everything Sentry could throw at him, but Sentry couldn't do the same. Prime takes the final edge in powers.
With no way to easily put him down, Prime would eventually muscle his way through and retcon the Void away for good.
Sorry, Bob. Defeat was unavoidable.
The winner is Superboy Prime.
Yo!
Oh, hey, my pizza's here.
Oh, wait. My pizza's here.
Winner is Superboy Prime. Letter to the editors. Oh yeah,
You put some video and he's breaking it.
win. That's right. You hack frauds really tried to lowball me, but I checked the clock and it's prime time, baby. Now, personally, that intelligence section was such a gimme. I don't crash out. I'm a tragic hero grappling with real, intense emotion. I can be smart anytime I want. But anyway, don't subscribe, don't join as a member, don't watch Death Battle, read my comics. Prime out.
Hey, I enjoyed that one. It was funny. It was real funny. It was real funny. Especially this part. This little cameo. Hey, W Superboy Prime. My goat always had it in the bag. Never doubted it once. Hey, that was a good video. I'll try to like pre-record some videos so I can get them out. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Hey, it was prime time, folks. My mom's coming. Hey, as always, bro, stay galactic, stay solar. And I'll catch y'all in another universe, homies. To infinity and beyond.